You are not the kind of person who ends up here. That's what you believe. That's what keeps you safe. But what if the only thing separating you from everything you fear is one moment you didn't plan? Because this doesn't start the way you think it does. No dark alley, no warning signs, just a normal night that quietly goes too far. You're at a party. You stayed longer than you meant to. There's a man you've been talking to, Curtis. He doesn't look dangerous. He looks certain. And then he offers you something. Not aggressively, not desperately, casually, like it's worth trying. You hesitate, but not really, because you already told yourself what this isn't. And this is where it gets strange. You think you understand it. You've done cocaine. You think this is just more of that. A stronger version. A faster version. But that assumption is the first mistake. Because what happens next doesn't feel like more. It feels like something entirely different. The pipe takes 30 seconds. What follows takes 10. And in those 10 seconds, your entire definition of good is rewritten. Not higher. Not better. Arrival. Like your body suddenly finds something it didn't know it was searching for. A perfect alignment. Everything in sync. And then it's gone. 8 minutes. That's all. But here's the part no one tells you. It doesn't end when the high ends. It begins there. Because before the smoke even clears, something else is already happening. A shift. Not in your thoughts. In your direction. And that direction only points one way. Back. The craving doesn't build. It arrives instantly. And that's what makes this different. With alcohol, you drift into wanting more. With cocaine, it creeps up on you. But here, the need is already there before the first hit finishes. And that's when things change. Because now it's not a choice. It's a pull. You take another hit. Then another. You go home. You sleep. You wake up. And it's still there. Not loud. Not desperate. Just persistent. Like a memory your brain refuses to let go of. You replay it. Over and over. The exact feeling. The exact moment. And 3 days later, you find Curtis again. But here's the strange part. You tell yourself it's the last time. And you believe it. Because last time is comforting. It lets you move forward without thinking about where you're going. You're not becoming someone new. You're just finishing something. But that's not even the craziest part. You stop. Multiple times. 1 day. 3 days. For days. Each time feels real. Each time feels final. And each time you go back. Faster than before. Because something else is creeping in now. Not withdrawal. Not pain. Absence. A dull, gray version of reality. Like the world dropped a level and stayed there. And suddenly, the high doesn't feel like an escape anymore. It feels like the solution. So the question changes. It's not should I do it again? It's how long can I tolerate not doing it? 6 weeks in, everything speeds up. Not the high. That's actually getting shorter. 10 minutes becomes 7. 7 becomes 5. And no matter how much you take, you can't get back to the first time. But here's where it gets weird. Your brain adjusts faster than you can understand. This isn't slow tolerance. This is instant recalibration. You're always chasing something that just moved. And you're always behind. At the same time, something else accelerates. The cost. 60 becomes 80. 80 becomes 100. Then one day, you cross a number you didn't expect. And you feel something. Not guilt. Not fear. Just awareness. And then, nothing. Because the next hit erases it. And that's when the real trap reveals itself. The ending. Not a fade. Not a gentle drop. A cliff. One moment you're there, completely present. And the next, gone. Replaced instantly by craving. Sharp. Immediate. Absolute. Everything between hits becomes a hallway. A corridor you're just passing through. And the hallway feels wrong. Restless. Uncomfortable. Incomplete. You call it the crash. But it's more than that. It's the reason the next hit starts. Before the last one even ends. You stop sleeping. Not on purpose. Just because stopping isn't available anymore. And now a new question appears. If you can't stop, who's actually in control? And then, your life starts disappearing. Not all at once. Piece by piece. You look different. You know you look different. But that knowledge feels distant. Like it belongs to someone else watching you. Because monitoring yourself? That's no longer the priority. Eating stops. Not reduced. Gone. Weeks pass without hunger. Food becomes irrelevant. And this is where it gets darker. The places change. You're no longer in your world. You're in rooms that don't ask questions. Rooms where names don't matter. Only 2 things matter. The pipe and the supply. You've been here before. Not this exact place. But this exact feeling. 4 a.m. Everyone awake for days. Everyone slightly on edge. And the high? It's not the same anymore. Less euphoria. More something else. Paranoia. Not directed. Just everywhere. Filling the room like pressure. Everyone watching the door. Everyone aware of everyone else. But no one says it. Because saying it would make it real. And that's when you notice something subtle. Your phone is dead. Has been for a while. And you didn't charge it. Not because you forgot. Because it didn't matter. And that detail says more about your life right now than anything else. So now the question isn't about control anymore. It's this. What have you already lost? Without even noticing? The end doesn't come from a decision. It comes from running out. That's it. No resolution. No realization. Just nothing left. And suddenly, it stops. You're in a room that smells like days you can't remember. Your body hasn't slept. Hasn't eaten. Time feels broken. And at 5 o'clock in the morning, you step outside. The city is waking up. Normal people. Normal routines. And you're out of sync. But here's the part that hits hardest. No one looks at you. Not really. And somehow, that says everything. You get home. Your flat is exactly how you left it. But it doesn't feel like yours anymore. You sit on the floor. Because that's all you can do. And then, for the first time in weeks, you notice everything. Your body. The weight loss. The exhaustion. The missing days. Tuesday. Wednesday. Gone. And the inventory keeps growing. Every time you check, there's more missing. And then a thought appears. Not dramatic. Not emotional. Simple. You can't keep doing this. And this is where everything flips. Because it's not a breakthrough. It's just true. You sit there. Morning light filling the room. Your phone is still dead. You know what's on it. You know who called. And you know what you have to do. You're going to call your mother. Not now. But soon. And that's where the story pauses. Because here's the question.